Alexandra Lysick here with My Sunshine Adventures. I'm here today to do our nonprofit interview of the month, and I'm here today with one of my oldest friends and closest business partners, and that's Annie with the Cape Fear Volunteer Center.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Annie and I go way back. Many of you don't know that I have a master's in public administration, and one of my first nonprofit jobs was with Annie. She had to put up with me when I was her executive assistant. When was that, Annie?
It was a long time ago, back when we were in Landfall. So,
like 2012, is that right?
Could have been even earlier than that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for a year in a very small office.
Yeah, and we did a lot of events.
We did.
What were some of those events that you guys still do today?
We still do the Azalea Festival Children's Tea and the 5K.
Awesome.
And of course recruiting for Big Buddy and the Big Buddy Shootout.
Yes.
The basketball game between the two police departments.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's in November, right?
Well, we had it in the summer this year, so I think we'll do it in the summer next year, and we've expanded it now. We have like rec teams and the fire departments, and lots more men to come watch bounce those balls.
Wow. So let's get started today, because I know there's a lot to talk about. I can talk about Cape Fear Volunteer Center all day long, but let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. So tell us a little bit about Cape Fear Volunteer Center and your role and what you guys do.
Sure. I'm the founding executive director, and we opened in April of 2005 as a nonprofit. It had been a program before that, but it's a nonprofit, a standalone nonprofit, which means we don't have like the university or the county government or somebody supporting us. So we raise our own support.
Wonderful.
And we have our own infrastructure. We have a board of directors who are always looking for people who want to be on a board.
Always looking.
And we have a young professionals group for Big Buddy also. And that's really fun because they combine networking events with fundraising events with just making a difference and getting a good entry on their resume.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are we exist to match agencies and individuals with the service opportunities in southeastern North Carolina. And we do that through direct and indirect services. Like Big Buddy's a direct, and an indirect is when we give away volunteers to other agencies. So other agencies come to us, they list what it is that they need help with. Like this morning I got 3 emails from the library, and they need volunteers for the haunted library in October.
Wow.
And that's not something everybody will know about, the haunted library. They might take their kids, but they need people on the backside to help make it happen. And so we match the agencies with the individuals, and we give them away. We enhance the capacity of other nonprofits simply by giving them who they need.
Wow.
Nonprofits don't have the ability to all have volunteer coordinators, so we try to fill that gap for them.
Wow. Okay. So you guys, as you can tell, they do a lot of different things. 2 things I heard mainly are the Big Buddy program, which is where you partner volunteers with at-risk youth. Correct?
Yes.
Is there a certain age group that you work with?
Typically between 5 and 18. Sometimes a 4-year-old that's pretty special will sneak in, but mostly 5 to 18. I say the bulk of our kids are around 8 to 12 years old, and there's a mixture of males and females. A lot of people don't realize Big Buddy is for boys and girls, women and men. So it's very similar to Big Brothers Big Sisters, except it's existed in Wilmington for almost 60 years, which predates me. And we
won't talk about that there.
And so we need to keep this thing going. Thousands of children have been through the program. Right now we have more than 330 kids in the program with a pretty healthy waiting list, and they're waiting for you to come and help them by mentoring for 2 hours a week or 8 hours a month. And you can do anything from going to the park, going to church, taking them to Boy Scouts, going to the beach, running, whatever it is your passion.
Taking them to get ice cream. I know that's something that a lot of the Big Buddies and sisters do.
Sure, you don't have to spend money. It's about the relationship. But learning to teach them how to receive and to give is an important thing to teach a child. And all these kids, they're in the program for many reasons, but none are mandated to be there. So they all want to be there, or their moms or their teachers or their doctors. Somebody wants them to be there. And so we just need the Big Buddies' help.
Wow, that just sounds like an amazing organization, Annie. And I definitely How many right now, currently, how many volunteers do you guys need? Because I want you guys to get involved. So, how many volunteers do you need to match to those children on the waiting list?
I would say we need about 60.
60.
And we're in 3 different counties. We're in Pender, Brunswick, and New Hanover. So if you don't want to have to drive too far, we can find you a buddy in your area.
And my Sunshine Adventures is in all those counties.
So we just need you to fill out the volunteer registration form that's found at our website, which is CapeFearVolunteerCenter.org, and you'll see volunteer to help. That's the regular one if you just want to help with a general activity, or you can go to the Big Buddy application, and that's the one that you fill out if you want to be a Big Buddy.
Okay. So now that we know a little bit about the Big Buddy program, I know that you mentioned something that is something a lot of people don't realize is some nonprofits in town are stems of other organizations that are, for example, DSS might give money to an organization that deals with social services.
Or the county gives money to a certain agency, or the city might, or the state might. They each have different flows of income.
Yeah, so not the Cape Fear Volunteer Center doesn't get any of that funding. So fundraising is a huge part of what they do. And that's helping, again, they're an arm of other agencies who don't have volunteer coordinators, and they also try to give back to the community with the Big Buddy program. So that's something that you guys can get involved in. If Big Buddy is not something that would be your forte, you can always do it other ways as far. So what are some of those, kind of starting from the January to December timeline, what are some of your major events? I know you probably have 5 throughout the year. What are those major events that we could look out for?
So we're the home of the National Days of Service. So January starts with Martin Luther King Day, and you can help with a service project, walk in the parade, be part of the film contest. There's a speech contest. You can help with any number of things with MLK Day. And then we move towards April pretty swiftly, and that's National Volunteer Month. We have National Volunteer Week. We celebrate with an awards dinner, but we also have Global Youth Service Day. And Global Youth Service Day, we combine it here in Wilmington with Earth Day, and we try to bring out more than 7,000 people to Hugh McRae. Lots of agencies focus on the earth, focus on the world. We try to do like a green project. We always try to do a picnic table that's painted by a muralist, and then the kids fill it in, and it goes to live at the Children's Museum.
That's
so
awesome.
You can go and see 3 years worth of picnic tables there right now. So it's an exciting opportunity to be out in the spring. Then we go to 9/11 Day of Service would be in September, which we'll be having a big day this year.
Okay.
It's the 15th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's always a hard thing to say. You know, you're kind of sad about it, but you're also a little bit hopeful for what we can impact the world through
Absolutely.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be impacting the lives of veterans this year. And so we're trying to engage veterans, and we want to help veterans. So if you're a veteran, we really want you to come out and help us on 9/11. And if you have a veteran that you know and love that needs something done for them, we're looking to know who those people are so we can partner with them. So we know about Step Up for Soldiers and Wounded Warriors, but we want to help those veterans that are here in our own community that may not already be connected with another agency.
Wonderful.
They might be suffering from PTSD, and we can totally go out and cut their lawn for them. You know, whatever it is we can do to help. So after that comes National Make a Difference Day, which is in October, which is big, the 4th Saturday in October.
I did that my year.
Yes, and we always go out to Curry Beach State Park Recreation Area, and we have fishing and surfing and science and arts and crafts and food and books and relay races and sandcastle contests.
It's a lot of fun.
And a beach sweep for the environmentalists. So come out and see us on that day. There's an advanced sign up on the website. And then after National Make a Difference Day, there is Family Volunteering Day in November, which we'll be doing again this year.
Okay.
And that's a great day for families just to bake together.
Okay.
They can bake cookies, they could bake pies, and then we can deliver them to the people who are at risk.
Wow.
And then it's not a national day, but in December, on Christmas Eve morning, we distribute more than 1,000 meals around town with the help of our little elves who come, you know, with elf hats or whatever it is you want to wear. They come with grandma to toddlers, and we give them addresses, and they take meals out to the homebound.
Wow.
So, you know, that might appeal to some of you to help with that.
So something I want to kind of definitely touch on after hearing all of these events that A&E offers through Cape Fear Volunteer Center is the importance of volunteering. Take an hour of your week and go and spend some time with a child. That those children could probably need someone who comes into their schools and tutor. That might be a good thing to do. Take your son or your daughter around Thanksgiving and cook with them and bake with them and take them to a home that may not get some Thanksgiving dinner. There are so many opportunities through A&E's organization to get involved, and I highly encourage you to. So we're going to end today with contact information. I know that you've gone over a little bit. Just as a wrap up, how can they get involved? I know going to the website.
Going to the website is really the key thing.
Okay.
We try to drive everything through the website because people always want to know how many volunteers you have and how many opportunities you engaged them in. So we have to do our statistical end. But you can call the office at 392-8180. We're located at 214 Walnut, which is only a block from Cape Fear Community College, right behind Bank of America. And you can come there. You do need to bring your quarters for parking. It's all street parking.
It's all downtown.
But the website, or we have a Facebook page, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. So if you type in Cape Fear Volunteer Center, you should find us. And if worst comes to worst, just type in my name and something will come up and you'll find me.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much, A&E, for joining us.
I'm glad you're doing this.
Yay. So make sure you guys to check us out September 1st for the nonprofit interview of the month with Annie Anthony of Cape Fear Volunteer Center. Everyone have a great sunny day. Bye.
Bye.